Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro-Wrasslin. Welcome back to yet another episode of WWE 2K19 Random Matches. We may be at a small independent show. However, the crowd is hot because we are starting off huge with a massive name, with a massive head right now. That being Big Head Goldberg. No matter where he is, no matter where he goes, the reception is still the same. People love to see him, and because he is an exciting superstar. I cannot wait to see what he brings to the ring. This is a 6-man elimination table match. Who are Bill Goldberg's tag team partners? Well, I don't think Goldberg's actually very happy about this because it's actually a superstar he wouldn't get on with in general because it does not live up to the same size as Goldberg, does not present enough star power as Goldberg does. So Goldberg may very well be upset that it's not somebody who's a little bit more formidable, a little bit more intimidating. Well, Goldberg certainly drew the short end of the stick in this one. His other tag team partner is Curtis Axel. I don't know who would be viewed as worse, Curtis Axel or Drew Gulak. Personally, Drew Gulak is kind of a little bit better, although Curtis Axel has his positive moments as well. Certainly experienced tag team competitor. However, Goldberg must feel that he either hopes that his opponents are a bad team or bad combination, or else Goldberg will feel that he has to carry the entire match himself. Well, the first opponent isn't too bad. It is the 2013 version of Jey Uso. I had a 50-50 chance of getting that right. It was Jey Uso. Apologies, folks. But I guess Goldberg is feeling a little bit better. He certainly feels Jey Uso isn't much of a threat in this one. But you have to wonder, who is Jey's tag team partners? Will they live up to the expectations? And at this point, Goldberg must be feeling slightly worried, only slightly, because this is the less experienced Daniel Bryan. However, a Daniel Bryan that still has a lot of heart, a lot of passion, and can be seen as a formidable threat in this matchup. Now, speaking of threats, this superstar right here, Kofi Kingston, next to Goldberg, is probably the biggest threat in this match, because of the fact of how experienced he is, how long he's been in the company already, certainly knows how to work in the ring. Tag team specialist at that, knows what it takes to get the job done. So you have to wonder, who is the odds in favor of in this matchup tonight? Who will ultimately win in the end? And when you size up these two teams, it seems like Team Jey Uso has the biggest advantage in this matchup because of the fact that they have the more experience on their side. They have more superstars that can be taken seriously. However, you do not want to count anybody out at any point at all. You never know how this may just play out. This may just end up playing out in the favor of Goldberg, Curtis Axel, and Drew Gulak. Apologies, folks. So you never know. Goldberg, it might just end up being Goldberg carries the entire match. Goldberg might eliminate everybody. You never quite know, especially in a matchup like this. This is a tables match. Let's not forget, the elimination tables match at that. So it's ultimately going to come down to who gets the first elimination, which team gets the first elimination. Because that team is the team that will get the obvious advantage moving forward. Jey Uso with a massive slam to Goldberg. Goldberg looks like he's forced to roll to the outside of the ring. Gulak's got Kofi Kingston propped in the corner there. Jey Uso just letting things ride, just not really giving a damn. Oh, and Kofi Kingston was almost superplexed onto Daniel Bryan. Right now, Drew Gulak's on his own. He needs his tag team partners if he's going to survive. There, Goldberg comes back in with a massive strike. Don't think Daniel Bryan has seen Goldberg yet. Don't know how you can miss a head like that. but it's alright. Goldberg in with the Dragon Sweep. Kofi Kingston taunting towards the crowd. Jey Uso has caught the legs of Goldberg and taken Goldberg back down to the mat. So far, it seems like an even game. Oh, Jey Uso went for a super kick. Goldberg caught his knee and was like, no, man, no, not going down like that. Oh, and look at that! Look at that! Curtis Axel has been eliminated already. I do not know what had happened. I think Curtis Axel had maybe gotten a bit too cocky there. I'm being told that Curtis Axel was just standing on the rope, on the apron, and was just taunting towards Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston took the advantage of that, struck Curtis Axel, and then saw the table and went for a powerbomb, knocked Curtis Axel straight through that table. And now the advantage, the clear advantage, is with Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan, and Jey Uso. Those three, it'll take a miracle at this point if Goldberg and Drew Gulak manage to get back in this and eliminate a superstar. It could happen. It could happen at any point. You never know when or if it might just happen. Oh, and Jey Uso hit a massive DDT on top of that table. It just takes one slip, folks. It'll take one slip from his superstar, one mistake, and the numbers could very well be even. It might happen. Again, this is such an unpredictable match. We saw an early elimination on Curtis Axel. Look, Curtis Axel is still knocked out on the outside of the ring, not even moving. I think that's how much of a shock it was for Axel as well, for him to be caught so early on, so quickly. Goldberg and Kofi Kingston are in the ring on their own. Goldberg got Kofi by the throat, lifted him up, showing the strength, and in with the spine buster. Military press, spine buster to Kofi Kingston. Now Goldberg setting up a massive spear. Will he be able to connect? And he does. Connected with that spear straight onto the table. However, it would have been so much better if that table had been set up in the corner and Goldberg had managed to set a spear through the table. Fortunately, that was not the case right now. That may very well cost Goldberg. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Now everybody's back in the ring, and what a suplex to Drew Gulak from Daniel Bryan. And now it's a 3-on-1 assault on Goldberg. And now, there seemed to be a bit of miscommunication there, and that could very well help Goldberg in the long run for his team, but maybe not. Jey Uso managed to compose himself once again, hanging Goldberg over the top rope, just showing off his strength at the same time. Now, what a DDT from Gulak to Daniel Bryan. If Gulak can just turn his attention to the other two as well, just to make sure to take the other two out, that would certainly help his team a lot, but he did not do that. Now Daniel Bryan has fought back against Gulak, and maybe that's a smart move from Goldberg. They're taking the table to the outside, but now bringing the table back in. What is Goldberg thinking? Why in the hell did he decide to do that? I cannot explain. Honestly, Goldberg's head might be a little too big for him. Because, and speaking of head, that could deflate your head right there. By slamming the head straight into that apron, or the hardest part of the ring. I've mentioned that many, many times before, but it is a true fact. Now Goldberg in a precarious position as Drew Gulak just Hurricane Rona'd down to the mat, and T-bone suplex, exploded suplex to Goldberg through the table. Goldberg is eliminated, and I said earlier it would be a miracle if Goldberg and Gulak managed to get in this one, back in this one, but now it would take a true miracle for Gulak to get back in this, to make a comeback victory. I don't know if that'll happen. It could. You do not want to count him out just yet. Gulak is going to fight. He is going to fight. There's no doubt about it. But Daniel Bryan has got a steel chair in the ring. That cannot be a good sign. That certainly cannot be positive. What is on his mind? He's just standing there. And now Kofi Kingston throwing Gulak's shoulder first into that ring post. The crowd does not like it. I do not blame them. This trio is showing a more vicious side to them than we would have expected. Certainly, Certainly from my point of view, I wasn't expecting it. Daniel Bryan still just standing there menacingly, threateningly. As if to say, hey, you try and do something, I'm going to take you down with this chair. Oh, and what a headbutt to the back of the neck of Gulak from Jey Uso. You know the Samoans have those hard heads. Now throwing Gulak back in the ring on the corner, right on the corner of that table. That'll surely hurt. Daniel Bryan, what must be going through his mind right now? Honestly, I'm curious as to what Kofi Kingston just threw that table into Daniel Bryan, almost to say, do something, dude. You're just standing there. What's going through your head? I guess Daniel Bryan's just maybe too calm, too collected. Drew Gulak trying to fight back against Kofi Kingston, but he's got to watch your own back there. Jey Uso was menacingly right behind him with that table. Tornado DDT from Kofi Kingston, saying this is a new day. Yes, it is. Kofi Kingston going to the top rope. What is on his mind? What an elbow drop straight to the heart of Gulak. And these three aren't even, right now, it seems like they aren't even thinking about finishing this matchup. They keep on picking the table up, throwing it back down, now destroying Gulak with that table, and just throwing it back out of the ring. Keep bringing the table in and out of the ring as well. This may be mind games. As I've said, a more menacing side to these three. They're just wanting to inflict punishment. Now that it's 3-on-1, they're like, yeah, let's take this all out. Let's destroy this guy. Let's have some fun. We don't care that the crowd doesn't. Oh, and Jey Uso just accidentally hit Daniel Bryan, maybe knocking some sense in him. Drew Gulak trying to fight back, but Daniel Bryan finally doing something after quite some time and just knocked Gulak down with a drop kick from behind. Now Gulak once again trying to fight back. Ow, and what a clothesline taking down both Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. This is Gulak's time, but no. Jey Uso used that steel chair instead. And folks, I think this may be it for Drew Gulak. If these three decide to just end it now, it would probably be the best thing for Gulak, to be absolutely honest. Because Gulak may be at his end. Gulak, I don't know how much more he has, but even if he has so much more, what a massive fist or elbow to the head of Gulak, busting him wide open. Kofi going for another elbow drop. That didn't quite connect like it did earlier. Oh, and now Gulak managed to get out of the way, trying to get some advantage. DDT to Daniel Bryan. Turnabout is fair play. DDT just busted Bryan wide open, but Trouble in Paradise connected with Gulak, and Jey Uso hitting with a massive blow with the steel chair. Now Kofi and Jey just on the outside, just watching on. Well, we're watching on. I thought they were just saying, just letting Daniel Bryan get to it, saying maybe, finish it, Bryan, finish it. No, instead, they decide to keep beating Drew Gulak down. Gulak finding some fight within him, finding some fire within him, trying to fight back. But every single time, he finds some energy to fight back, and he starts fighting back, starts getting some offense in. He just is met with a beatdown from the others. Because that's what the number game does to you, folks. When there's a number game against you, that's what happens. You lose your momentum. The chance of you being able to fight back is very minimal. But if Daniel Bryan stays, Daniel Bryan's still just watching on. Daniel Bryan's still just watching on. This could be Gulak's time if Bryan just watches on. In the middle ropes is Kofi Kingston hung. Throwing him off is Gulak. And what a knee drop from Gulak, using the ropes to his advantage. What is on Gulak's mind? What is on Gulak's mind? He has to be thinking, look at that table in the ring glitching out. I don't know why it's disappearing and reappearing each time. But Gulak is in trouble. In deep trouble. Well, he's been in trouble for quite some time, really, if you think about it, folks. If you think about it, Gulak's been in trouble for a long time. I'd imagine every time he fights back, it just is to no avail. Gulak, just stay down. Although, I mean, I say that, and now the three of them just watching him like a piece of meat. And as soon as he starts moving, they pounce. As soon as he starts showing some sort of life again, they just go and attack him while it's down. They want to seriously injure Gulak. They want to end Gulak's career, it seems like to me. How sadistic can you get, folks? It's just, I cannot believe what we are witnessing. Massive steel chair shot to the back of Gulak once again. And now on the attack, Gulak thrown back into the ring. And now Brian going to the top rope. Drop kick and look like connected to Gulak, and Brian hit with a massive elbow drop. Brian going to the outside of the ring. What is on his mind? Kofi Kingston setting up a table. Brian going to the top rope once again. Oh, and Splash partially connects, but it did not connect fully. Kofi Kingston looking to drag Gulak to the table as Uso shouts for Us. Oh, and now Gulak fighting back once again, but Uso not letting that happen. Strike to the back of Gulak. And now setting up Gulak in a dangerous position. Double stacked is that table. Gulak is seriously injured right now. What is on Kofi's mind? What is on his mind? Got two tables set up. This cannot be good. Oh, what? What? That's a questionable call to me, folks. That did not look like an elimination to me. I'm sorry, it looked like Kofi Kingston kicked the bottom table to break it, but Gulak definitely did not go through the table, folks. However, maybe that was just a judgment call made by the referee itself. Just realized Gulak was in trouble, has been injured so seriously already that he just needed to end that match. So there you go. Team Jey Uso just won the match, showed us a more sadistic side to them. But folks, that's all we have for you tonight. Hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to not miss a single episode moving forward. Keep tight, keep well, keep fighting the big fight. I'll see you next time.